Hello, my name is Thamara Faustine, and today I'm going to present you about the Edwardian literature. So let's get started. First, the Edwardian era. So this era or period appeared in the reign of King Edward VII in 1901 to 1910 after the death of Queen Victoria in January 1901. So this era was marked by significant shift in politics as section of society that had been largely excluded from power in the past, such as common laborers, women, and the industrial working class, which became increasingly politicized. Women in this period started to play more role in politics, and this era or period is a period during which the British class system was very rigid. Economic and social changes created an environment in which there was more social mobility. Such changes include rising interest in socialism, attention to the plight of the poor, and the status of women, including the issue of women's suffrage, together with increased economic opportunities as a result of rapid industrialization. The Edwardian era stands out as a time of peace and prosperity. There were no severe depression, and prosperity was widespread. And this is the Edwardian literature. So, the literature of this era reflected the restless ambivalence of the new millennium. And these are the characteristics. So, many writers of this period were drawing widely upon the realistic and naturalistic convention of the 19th century. Some playwrights such as James Barrie, George Bernard Shaw, and John Galsworthy transformed Edwardian theater in a way of debate over the issue of his time, political organization, for example, and then the armaments and war, family and marriage, for instance. This era gave birth to a number of literary and poetic movements such as Imagism, Futurism, and the Lost Generation, which are the Imagism describe a movement in America and British poetry beginning in the 1910 that borrowed from haiku and free verse, while the Futurism was born in Europe and advocated the abandonment of conventional syntax and the use of image drawn from the age of technology. And the Lost Generation refers to expatriate American writers, including Ernest Hemingway and Francis Scott, who came into prominence after the World War I and whose work reflected a deep disillusionment with their society. And this period, where a great number of novel and short story were being published, and a significant distinction between highbrow literature and popular fiction emerged. During this time, the literature became sophisticated, somber, and conscious of social abuse and rivalry. The literature of this time is known for its use of philosophy, reason, skepticism, wit, and refinement, which framed purpose for the modernist period. It also reflected the awareness of social change that they had, that the realist and modernist Edwardian writers. And the writer of Edwardian novels sets the readers thinking positively in the hope that they would change for the better of the atrocities of mankind. Many of Edwardian novelists were similarly eager to explore the shortcomings of English social life. In fiction, some of the best known names are James Barrie, Arnold Bennett, Chesterton, and Joseph Conrad, and many more. And you can see the list in the slide, okay? Next is the literary criticism and short story also achieved popularity. Like A.C. Bradley was famous for his literary critique Shakespearean tragedy in 1904. The newspaper also became important, and so did the media barons. Thus, their importance in promoting novel increased. Edwardian novel, however, continued to have some of the best variation that no literature has ever seen before. And this is one of the example from James Barrie, that is the Peter Pan, or the boy who wouldn't grow up. So this story is about a boy named Peter Pan who refused to grow up, and then he met a girl named Wendy, and they have an adventure in the magical land of Neverland. So that's all for today's presentation. Thank you for your attention and have a good day.